Hey guys, what's up? It's your boy T, putting the G in Geek, coming to you with another episode of On the Hunt. You know, the weekly web series where I kind of tell you guys the hot books that I'm looking for. I got to start this video off like I start all the videos off by saying, you know, this isn't really investment advice. This isn't really financial advice, you know what I mean? We're just trying to get some of the hot books. This is just for fun. Don't spend your rent money or anything like that. Another point of this video is to share information with each other, share information with me. I don't know what you're getting. I may want to get it. Day is young. It's the best day of the week, comic day. So let's get to it. So as usual, we're going to start out with Marvel, and the first book I'm going to pick up from Marvel is The Immortal Hulk #1. It seems to be trending quite well at the moment. I mean, it's a new Hulk comic, so what's not to love? I'm really loving the Alex Ross cover on this, how it kind of has the tombstone and he seems to be coming out of the ground. I also like the direction they're taking with this Hulk. It's going to kind of be interesting. Like, at first I thought the Immortal Hulk was just like a little name they were giving him. But actually, it looks like he can die and come back, and I don't know, the solicitation says horror has a new name, which is really cool for someone who likes horror. Maybe it's got some sort of zombie-fied feel to it, I don't know. It says he's calm and quiet until he gets shot in the head and he dies, and then the next day he gets up. That's what it says in the solicitation. And once I really noticed that tombstone in the background, I don't know, I'm really interested to see that, so I'll probably grab that. The next book I'm going to pick up is Infinity Countdown #4. They're supposed to be debuting a new character named Requiem in this. That might be a great long-term hold. Also, it's got the B cover that I might pick up, the Infinity Countdown #4, the Adi Granov B cover. I might pick that up as well. And then I would just go on to some covers. The first book I'm going to pick up for just the cover is Dazzler X Song #1, the Senkovich B cover. I'm liking the painted art style of this cover. Senkovich is hit and miss. This one, I mean, I'm kind of on the fence about it. I saw it in person and I really didn't mind it too much. I mean, it looked alright. I might pick it up. The next book I'd pick up is Deadpool #1, the 1/25 Mike Deodato incentive cover. I love this cover. I just think he killed it on this one. I might even pay what it's worth. I don't know, depending on a 1/25 what that really goes for, but I really like this image. I like how rugged Deadpool looks, man. He looks pretty badass in it. The next book I'd pick up is Deadpool #1, the 1/50 Jerome Opeña variant. I find this is probably one of the best of the new covers. I really like how Cable looks. I find Deadpool looks a little more Spider-Man-ish than Deadpool-ish because he's got a bit of a scrawniness to him on this. I've kind of gotten accustomed to him being a little bit more ripped and muscle-bound, so you know what I mean? But still, the way Cable looks and how they're looking at the cover, really great cover. Personally, I wouldn't overpay for it. I don't know why. That's just me. Another comic I definitely wouldn't overpay for, we're talking like half market price, would be Doctor Strange #1, the 1/50 Gabrielle Delato variant. Again, I wouldn't overpay, and I actually don't like Doctor Strange, but I'm loving this cover, and I've always collected the Gabrielle Delato stuff, so you know what I mean? I might look at that again to see how much it kind of goes for. And the last cover I would pick up just for the cover is The Immortal Hulk #1, the 1/25 Clayton Crane variant. I'm loving this cover, although I wouldn't overpay for it, but personally, I don't know, the Ross cover's really good, but this Clayton Crane kind of rivals it. Those are probably the books I'd pick up from Marvel. Moving right along, we'd hit up DC next, and the first book I'm going to pick up from DC Comics is Batman #48. There's a return. Joker basically returns to Batman in this issue. Joker stories often do well, and they tend to be collectible, and since they don't, you know what I like about the Joker stuff is that they don't overuse the character like Marvel tends to do. So I mean, Joker only pops up here and there, and then you kind of collect the stories, and they're usually pretty good. There's also a Frank Cho variant, which I would pick up from this as well, which I'm really liking. I really like his kind of ballpoint pen style when he doesn't put color to it. It's one of the few black and whites that I don't mind. The next book I'd pick up is Green Arrow #41, just the regular Kirkham cover. This is an awesome cover, and it should have been a B cover personally for the Semi-Virginity. I think Kirkham is, like, this cover is awesome, man, and I really like the detail on some of the Kirkham stuff, so I don't know, I might pick that up. The next thing I would pick up is Justice League #1. Snyder is taking over the Justice League book, so that could be always cool. The Jim Lee covers, in my opinion, are the ones to get. I really like what Jim Lee does to this. I mean, the pencil one's going to be crazy. I probably wouldn't go for that. But yeah, that's probably what I would get. Next, I would go for Deathstroke number 32, the Francesco Mattina variant. This is just a great cover. I really like the covers he's been doing on Deathstroke. I wish he didn't skip one so that I could have like a full set of it, because, you know, I only really buy that kind of stuff for that. But still, I'm going to pick up this Mattina. Not as good as that one Deathstroke Mattina, but still really nice. I would grab Green Lanterns number 48, the Warren Lau variant. I'm really loving the colors on this. I really love the glowy look of this cover. I think it's pretty cool. I might have to grab that. And lastly, of course, last but not least, is Harley Quinn number 43, the Frank Cho variant. I'm always collecting the Frank Cho covers on Harley Quinn. It's been an epic run of them, so I've been collecting them since way back in the single digits, or was it number 10 where he started? I can't really remember, but yeah, I've definitely been picking up all those and loving them. So yeah, man, you know, I'm gonna pick that up to complete my set, and that's about it for DC from this week. Next up, we're going to hit up Image Comics, and only a couple books I'd pick up from Image this week. The first being Spawn number 286. This comic is just about sold out, but I mean, that's what you're going to get as far as distributor level when it's a Spawn comic with all these McFarlane covers. It's a bit of a cash grab in my opinion. You know, maybe they're trying to like capitalize off that movie news or something like that, kind of bring some stuff to Spawn. Some of them are really great though, you know what I mean? It's like McFarlane kind of teams up with various creators in this book, so it could be something. The variants, I just picked the one I like the best. I think it's kind of all the same cover, just with different colorists or artists or something. I'm not 100% sure they all look the same, but some of them are really good. I might pick up one or two just for myself. The only other book I'd pick up from is for the cover, and that is The Walking Dead number 180, the Sankovic B cover. I think it's an alpha. I'm collecting this just to keep up the setup and liking the Sankovic Bs. This one is an okay one. The first thing my friend said when she saw this was creepy, so that's always good, and it is kind of a creepy cover. It really looks like maybe, you know, I don't know, the mask is creepy, the face just looks creepy. So yeah, man, that's probably what I'm going to pick up from Image. Moving right along, we're going to hit up Action Lab next, and there's only really one book I'm going to pick up from Action Lab, and that is Aberrant number 1. The solicitation reads that it's a U.S. Army Special Operations Commander, distraught after losing his entire unit to a superhuman attack, wages an absolutely brutal one-man war on the eccentric billionaire and former superhero that he thinks is responsible. So hey man, that sounds like a pretty cool premise, definitely something to kind of check out and look at while I'm there. I mean, and then you get a cool like Billy D. Williams D cover, you know what I mean? Works every time. So I don't know which one I would check out. I'm definitely gonna have a flip through. If I like it enough, I may grab both, or I might just grab the Billy D. Williams cover, you know what I mean? So yeah, that about does it for Action Lab. Next, I'm gonna move on to Boom Studios, and the first book I'm gonna pick up from Boom Studios is Saban's Go-Go Power Rangers number 10. I'm probably gonna look more for the Emiliano B cover. I mean, this book features a first appearance that kind of snuck in under the radar. It's Power Rangers battling a ranger named Ranger Slayer, and I guess that will also introduce a brand new Zord. So hey man, that's something big kind of in the Power Ranger world. A new Zord, new Ranger, definitely something to check out. And the only other book I would really check out is, and I might actually pay for this, is the Go-Go Power Rangers number 10, the 1-25 Natasha Bustos Virgin variant. Not only will it be a lower print run, because that's just how Power Ranger books tend to go, it's also a 1-to-25 ratio, which means that little bit of rarity because it features the first appearance. And I mean, hey, with that Risky Business homage, kind of that Virgin homage of Risky Business, I mean, what more could you want really from a book like that? That seems like a long-term hold for sure. So yeah, man, check that stuff out from Boom. Next up, I'm going to check out a book from Dark Horse, and the book I'm going to check out from Dark Horse is Sword Daughter number 1. This is a new Brian Wood book that's inspired by the Lone Wolf and Cub, so that sounds really cool. I really liked Lone Wolf and Cub back in the day, so it's definitely something that is worth a flip through, at least at the store. The solicitation reads that the 40 swords came at night and murdered an entire village save for 2 people, the infant Elsabeth and her grief-stricken father. They then set off on a revenge quest that will span the width of Viking Age Europe. I think that sounds pretty cool, man. If it's something like Lone Wolf and Cub, where they're the only 2 survivors of their village, and they kind of set off on an adventure, you know what I mean? And it's the 2 of them, the father and daughter, kind of doing things. That could be cool. So I'm definitely going to have a flip through that if it's bloody enough, because it sounds samurai-esque, or at least something where they're walking paths with swords. If it's bloody enough, I'll definitely pick that up. So yeah, give that one a check out from Dark Horse. Next, we're going to move on to Titan, and the only book I'm really going to grab from Titan is a book called Brother Nash #1, which is also kind of edging on a sellout. They describe this as American Gods meets Preacher and Hellboy. It sounds like it's about a character named Nash who is a werewolf, and when Nash takes on a mysterious hitchhiker heading for Tucson, he and his friends are dragged headfirst into his biggest and most dangerous adventure yet. Could be cool. I'm gonna definitely have a flip through it since it seems sold out. Definitely something to check out from Titan. Last but not least, we're gonna move on to Vault Comics, and only really one book I'm gonna pick up from Vault this week, and that is called Vagrant Queen #1. It's another book that I'm gonna kind of have a flip through. It's by Eisner nominated Magdalene Visaggio, and the story is basically about a former child queen who was driven from her throne at the age of 10 and forced to wander the galaxy, evading the revolutionary forces that wanted her dead. It's another book that's kind of borderline sold out, or has sold out, at least at the distributor level, so it's something that I'll definitely flip through and check out. Yeah, and that's going to do it for Vault. Well, guys, that's going to do it for another episode of On the Hunt. You know, if you like this video, as usual, like, subscribe, hit the bell, do all that good stuff. I also wanted to send a message out to everybody who has entered the contest so far. Thank you so much. We still have 9 days to go for your entry, so make sure you kind of check out the other videos and make sure you hit like and kind of do what you need to do. And remember, if you do submit a video, you do get more chances to win some of those cool variant prizes. But either way, man, thank you guys for really checking out our 100 sub contest. Glad that it's going well. Yeah, so again, if you like this video, make sure to like, subscribe, hit the bell, all that good stuff. Make sure you check out all the other content we got coming from Saddle City. Hey, I would love to stay and chat with you guys, but time is ticking. You know, I got to get my butt out there and get these books. I hope you guys have good luck getting these books too. See you next week. Peace.